old-fashioned and all that shit, and I know I've been made fun of all sorts of times. Baby Rob's always like, you know. Hey everyone, Hurricane Liz here, back for another daily video blog. So today, it's actually, again, I did it in hindsight, which is terrible. I have to say that's very terrible. Don't ever do that. But let me just recap what I've actually been working on. I've actually been working on quite a few things. As you guys know, we've got an event coming up, and we've got this book that we're working on that's coming out for that event. And it's just basically like this big book of tips. So that has actually become a bigger project than I first thought. And of course, since I'm a person of my word, I have to get that book out. So that book has really consumed a lot of my time. But I also had to write up a 5-bullet Friday, which you guys that are on my list will know you get that every Friday. And it's 5 cool things that I'm working on and or like. And for some reason today that darn thing just isn't saving and it's not sending me a test message. So that's become quite frustrating, but it took me a while to write that. And one of the key things that I'm working on this week and the several weeks coming up is email marketing. So I've done a lousy, shitty job of that. I promise you that's going to get better. And so I've actually been studying a couple courses, and that's what sort of has got me getting these emails out, making sure I provide you guys a tremendous amount of value. So I've been spending a ridiculous amount of hours on that. And what I've actually started to adopt, which is what most of you guys should actually adopt, I learned this from Tim Ferriss. If you haven't checked out his Tools of the Titans, I've mentioned that several times, but that is, for an enormous amount of time, Tim kind of like did a bunch of things that were just, didn't even move his business anywhere. He kind of like lounged around, laid around, was just lazy and didn't do much, but then he really got back to work. And what he basically did is every single day that he got back to work, he focused on 3 things, and he took care of those 3 things right away and right out of the gate. And that's kind of the similar thing that I've been doing. And one of the things that I've been focusing a lot is video marketing. So as you'll notice, you're going to start to get these daily video blogs and or just new fresh content from me myself every single day. That's one of the focuses that I've been working on. The second one is making sure these emails get out, which they usually don't. And the third one is I've been involved really quite a bit this year in developing this piece of software that we created for Amazon that we use in our Amazon business, and it's unique to our actual company. It's a proprietary piece of software, and I gotta be honest with you, when I first started, it kind of seemed like an uphill battle. Nothing was ever gonna get done, but surprisingly, after now having worked on it almost 7 or 8 months, I've got to say I've showed it to a couple of my friends, and they're even so impressed. Several people have offered to buy this from me. People have offered to buy the ability to use this, because I can say to you guys that it is the most powerful piece of software that there is for Amazon. And I'm not just saying that because I created it, because I'm still not selling it. We're still using it just ourselves. But in the coming weeks, I'll kind of show you guys a sneak peek. And I don't honestly think that we're actually going to sell it at all. So, you're going to be surprised at some of the things it does, and I will show you a sneak peek. So I've been involved a huge deal in that, and you guys will get to see that. But those 3 things are really the things that have been like driving me. That software enables me to be able to test all the SEO that I'm doing. It runs and manages all my tests, and because I'm doing that on a daily basis. And you guys can see, like, it keeps track of everything, and it shows really fancy graphs. And I was going to pull out my notepad, but it's in my backpack over there, so I won't be able to show you guys on this next one. The guys in the office also make fun of me because they're all like fancy, like use Google Sheets, and they're all fancy and shit. And I still use the good old-fashioned pen and paper. I can't tell you guys, I just love pen and paper, and I think it's because as you write things, you tend to remember them in your head, and it's sort of like old-fashioned and all that shit. And I know I've been made fun of all sorts of times. Baby Rob's always like, you know, give me his crazy antics over there, but it's not going to stop me from doing good old-fashioned pen and paper. He's on his Google Sheets. He thinks he's all badass, and he's showing off because he can raise both his arms over his head, but I'm still on freaking notepad, pen, and paper. I don't give a shit what Baby Rob says. So that's what I've been doing, focusing on those 3 things every single day. And in one of these next videos, when I have it printed out, I'll show you one of the actual planners that I use to keep track of that. But I focus on getting those things done first, and then I can literally even do things like pick on Baby Rob if I want to all the rest of the day, because I already accomplished those things. So it's kept me busy, And sometimes I notice I'm working on those 3 things all day. So got to learn a little bit better time management, but that will come in time. However, that's what I'm working on. And I will see you guys in the next video.